us. Please continue to hold, and we'll be with you shortly.
Thank you for holding. How can I be of service to you today?
Yes, I have this recurring charge on my monthly statement, and I can't figure out what it's for.
Well, we'll certainly do our best to help you. What does the charge say on your statement?
Well, it's a $275 charge, and it just says Iraq War.
Yes, ma'am, that is correct. The Iraq War cost the average American family over $16,000 since the war started.
Are you kidding? Well, I never signed up for that.
I'm sorry, ma'am. You don't sign up for the Iraq War charge.
Tell me, have you enjoyed your war so far?
It's a standard charge for all Americans.
Have you gotten a picture of who they are?
Well, that doesn't make any sense.
Did some men in a cave knock down your tower?
While you're still in line, can I interest you in our new monthly Iran War charge?
No,
Are you gonna behave or lay next to flowers?
Thanks for calling the United States.
Wake up, sleepyhead. It's after 8, you're late. Get out of bed. Fuck what a spectator said. Scientific dictatorship straight ahead. Rise and shine, sleepyhead. It's after 8, you're late. Get out of bed. This is a bucket of water on your head. You're asleep. You might as well be dead.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
Welcome to the Red Pill Show. And now, here's your host and creator for new alternative media via podcast.
Welcome to another It's About Time episode of the original Red Pill Show. Today is January 12th, 2015. The Red Pill Show, the original, darn it, original Red Pill Show, is copyrighted by me, no part of this podcast live on voiceover internet protocol. Cannot be reused, rebroadcasted in any way, shape, or form without my written consent. The Red Pill Show is for entertainment, hopefully, and educational purposes only. Please use at your own brisk. Finally, the original Red Pill Show is opinionated. The host, especially callers, guests, etc., and people heard on the original Red Pill Show will be opinionated. Under no circumstances whatsoever should opinions be taken as advice. If you are seeking professional advice, we strongly encourage you to hire a licensed, if required, professional. It is or feel little Tommy. Hey, man. No, that's his name. Speaking of that, I'm watching TV here on Netflix. One of the best things ever for $8 a month or whatever I pay. And I'm watching The Tomorrow People. It's about the dumbest title you can make for a show. But I have to say, it's kind of cool. It's kind of Looper meets Nikita meets... now, this kid that's playing one of the roles could be a stand-in for Tom Cruise. I'm not kidding. If they did a remake, which I pray that they don't, of Risky Business, this kid could pull it off. I mean, he looks just like him. I mean, from a guy's perspective, but my lovely wife agrees with me. This guy.
Mini Jam Box did not fare.
What? I bought a mini jam box. This thing is really cool. It's, I love my gizmos and gadgets. And, mini jam box by Jawbone. It was like $70 or something at Sam's Club. Remember, I don't get a dime. I'm dumb enough to do this on my own time. And, yeah, I mean, I love gizmos and gadgets. And this thing looks like a big piece of cheese. And it's black. They had blue and red. And I'm really not crazy about those colors for me. But I'll take black any day. And, I don't know, I'll let you know how this thing sounds. I played it in the store. And, I wanted a Bose, but their new box is like $230. I'm like, you know, I'm trying to save money here, and I don't want to spend that type of money on that kind of stuff. All right, I'm opening the chat room. I'm going to say hello. We are on Spreaker.com. And, yeah, it's been way too long. Happy New Year to everybody. I have been freezing my butt off in Chicago, Illinois, and in the outlying areas. And don't want any compassion or sympathy, maybe a little empathy, but I've been on the roof in 8 below zero with 20 to 30 mile an hour winds, fixing heat. And, man, I'll tell you what, it just really, in a word, sucks. So, of course, the phone's ringing. Please stand by. Hopefully I remember to turn the mic back on. Hang on. All right, my apologies. How rude. And I remember to turn the mic back on. Oh, man. I've done that before, and I'm like, I upload my, actually it's not uploaded, it's converted to the audio file, the MP3, and then you listen to it, and I saw one, I'm like, halfway through it, it was dead, and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, I didn't turn my mic on. But better to have the mic off than have it on when you don't want it on, if you know what I mean. Anyway, that's just us trying to be professional, and we're not. We're just having fun on our amateur radio. Is my car's gonna blow up? Hear that? I don't know if you can or not. This is a Shure SM7B microphone that was a little history on it. It's the mic that Michael Jackson did Thriller. Oh! 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 I don't know how that guy does what he does. Amazing. And it's used by, I actually saw Orthianium singing into this thing. And if you listen to audio files, like, oh, that's such an outdated microphone. Yeah, well, so's the wheel. The wheel's outdated too, but we still use it, don't we? So, I don't know. I just, I like this mic, and it really, if you watch Sports Channel, I saw these things hanging from booms too in the studio, and they're using them. Be far from me, my opinion doesn't matter, but I've tried a lot, and this SM7B sucks up a lot of juice. So if you have a really nice mixer that's capable of kicking it, then you're good, because it would even sound better than it does now. And I have this EQ just a little bit on the low end here, but for the most part, it's all mic, and this mic is just awesome, dude. So anyway, more gadgets. TV shows I kind of touched on. Oh, and I read a book. Okay, and I'm going to talk about music, and then I'm going to talk about the moral of the story here. And I think it's going to be, the meek shall inherit the earth. And it's not about 2112 and a Rush song. I'm going to connect that into what I'm going to talk about. But I just finished last night Phil Robertson's book. Not Happy, but I don't even know what the title is. But it's a second book that he wrote. Now, when Duck Dynasty came out, and no disrespect to anybody, I'm like, that looks stupid. I don't want to watch that. You know? I don't need to watch another reality show, because they're not my favorite. And we watched one episode, and it's like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Then, of course, like Beavis and Butthead, like, yeah, let's burn something. Yeah. That's really stupid. Yeah, and I just guess you watch one too many and got hooked. And burned all through 6-7 seasons up to date. And I have to say, what a series. So I'm reading Phil Robertson's book, and he's quiet on the show, and I don't know if they edit that. I mean, they're gonna show you what they want to show you. I mean, Phil could be talking the whole thing, like, oh, he talks too much, so they edit him out. I don't know if that's true, but they only put out there what they want you to see. All right, and when he does talk, it's you better listen type of thing. And a lot of his references are to the Bible and to God and Jesus Christ and the Christian aspect of him, because he's a born again Christian, and he shares that in the book. And I'm not going to be a spoiler. And you know what? I was trying to remember all morning, what is that word where you copy somebody and plagiarism. That's it. And I'm not going to do that. Although, I did think about that, and it's like, okay, so what does that make the Bible then? Oh, you're plagiarizing because you're repeating the Bible. Really? Okay. I don't know. I guess I'd have to look up the definition of plagiarism. Why don't we all learn something today? Because my grammar and education is horrible. Not education, but that type of stuff. Let's see. Plagiarism. Plagiarism. Wikipedia. Here we go. Is the wrongful appropriation and stealing in publication of another author's language, thoughts, ideas, and expressions, and representation of them as one's own original work. Oh, well, I didn't write the Bible, so there you go. The idea remains problematic with unclear definitions and unclear rules. That's for sure. The modern concept of plagiarism as immoral, and originally as an idea emerged in Europe only in the 18th century, particularly with the romantic movement. Plagiarism is considered academic dishonesty. Shame on you. And a breach of journalistic ethics. Ethics? What's that? It is subject to sanctions like penalty, suspension, and even expulsion. You, sir, shall be cast into the pits of hell because you said you wrote this and you repeat. Oh, wow, pardon me. No mute. Well, I guess they do have a mute for that. Anyway, it is subject to sanctions like penalty, suspension, and even expulsion. Recently, cases of extreme plagiarism have been identified in academia. Plagiarism is not a crime, per se, but in academia and industry, it is a serious ethical offense. Yeah, because you're stealing from somebody. Thou shalt not steal. Hello. And cases of plagiarism can constitute copyright infringement. Okay, whatever. All right. Well, I'm not doing that, and anybody that does, shame on you. Shouldn't do that. But I can see that. Now that... So if I take something and say it and said I did it, and then publish it and whatever, then that's plagiarism. Okay, I get it. It's more than just copying out of the encyclopedia like I did for most of my book reports when I was in junior high, and nobody ever taught me how to do a book report. Isn't that sad? Really? I mean, how many people know how to do a book report the right way? I don't. I mean, I do now, but it's cool. Alright, so I'm reading Phil Robertson's book. Oh, and I upgraded my Spreaker thing, so you're stuck with me for more than a half an hour, because I already burned 18 minutes. Wow. But I got a lot to talk about. A lot. And it's all good. And a little history, where I've been, where I'm going, what I'm doing. And there you go. But, yeah, so I read Phil Robertson's book. And all I can say, it's one of the best books I've ever read. Definitely the top 3, top 5 for sure. Makes some really, really good points, but I guess some comments without being too detailed really got him into trouble, but he was only quoting the Bible out of Paul Corinthians, I think. I mean, I'm not a Bible scholar. I'm probably the naughtiest Christian you're going to know, and I kind of mean that in joking. I sin, and who doesn't? But it's what you do with it, and I'm really going to work on my swearing, and I know thou shalt not take the Lord's name in vain. And I do, and I'm sorry, and ask for forgiveness, and I'm dead serious about that. But I'm going to work on my naughty, colorful metaphors. But usually when I start getting on a rant and I'm very passionate, I always got to throw those in there and really work on it. So don't think, it's like, oh, this guy pauses a lot and doesn't say anything. It's like, well, that's because I'm kind of editing myself, because this is live. So, and then it's played back on MP3. But so for like the 5th time, I read his book, and a great read. I could have read that thing in a weekend, but I've been so busy that I had to keep putting it down, and I just finally made a goal last night while I was watching the Packers beat the Cowboys, barely, and saw that play. Now, listen, I'm a Packers fan, but that was one heck of a catch by that guy. And from what I know, when the ground causes a fumble, then that doesn't matter. That guy, in my opinion, caught that ball. It's hard to say. Like, just call him the way I see him. He did catch that ball, which reminds me of Michael Irving back in the day. And he caught it and he came down with it and then fumbled it, but the ball made him lose possession. So, as much as I hate to say it, I think that was a complete pass. Oh, you're a guy, a traitor. Like, no, I'm telling you, that was one heck of a catch. I got to just call him the way I see him. And there's really no way to defend that unless, and I'm not saying do this, but I played enough football in safety position that I know. If a guy goes up on me like that and he's way taller than I am, you're just going to have to take his legs out and upend him. And I know that's not the safest play to do, but he's the one going up, and there's no way that you're going to get him. And you just got to hit him. Don't hit him too far down low where you flip him, but make him think twice next time before he goes up, because you don't want anybody laying on their head. That would suck. And you don't want to hurt anybody. But there's really no way to defend that play unless you do that. And hoping that he hits the ground so hard he fumbles. But then again, the ground caused a fumble, and I'm muting my own point. But the point is, he'll think twice about jumping up like that over you. So, I don't know. But I know it was reversed, and congratulations to the Packers, but man, you got away with winning that one. That's all I can say. That was just like, wow. And when he caught that ball, I'm like, they deserve to win this game. That was one heck of a throw and one heck of a catch. I mean, it's the way it is. I'm sorry. I call him the way I see him. And I'm wrong, I guess, because the ref reversed it. But, man, I don't know. So, but I highly, strongly recommend Phil Robertson's book. Awesome. Oh, I think I hooked up Skype right. 815-209-9700. I will see if it does work. Again, with our wonderful technical difficulties. 1-815-209-9700. Let's see. Ah, yes. Hello. Welcome to the original Red Pill Show. Okay. Alright, so there you go. I think it works. We'll find out. On the playback, Jack. So anyway, I will say this. Phil Robertson made some really good points. He's like, don't get mad at me, get mad at the Bible, get mad at Paul. He's the one that wrote it through God. And again, that's a really good point. So don't shoot the messengers like the ancient Greeks did. So I'm told. Because it really doesn't solve the problem. So, what is the original pill? The original Red Pill Show. Well, really quick, Reader's Digest version instead of an autobiography and encyclopedia. Back in 2008, in the financial meltdown, of course, we all know the banks got bailed out. And I know you're not supposed to talk about money in religion, in politics, but that's the things we need to talk about. And essentially, my bank said they'd help me, and they said, well, get behind on your payments and get behind. And I know this has happened to other people, a lot of other people. But I only can take so much and not do anything. And had my credit ruined in the dirt. Now I'm a business owner, so that affected my business, which made my line of credit go away, which killed me, because a business line of credit is essential today, especially today with cash flow issues and yada, yada, yada. And ruined my personal credit. And 2 credit cards that I had doubled in the interest rate. And, I mean, you just talk about getting screwed. And Phil Robertson says this, too, in the book. Satan is running around wild. And there's fewer and fewer. I'm going to start getting serious here. So just, it's like, what does this guy talk about? He's just talking and being kind of crazy, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. Call it animated. Call it what you want. But I can be and will be very serious. And that's where we're at here in the program now. So sit down and shut up and listen. So my bank, my bank reneged on their offer and ruined my credit and threw my house into foreclosure. Great. I gotta answer the phone. Hang on. All right, well, that figures. I got to go. Business is calling. My phone's blowing up. But that was it in a nutshell. Went through some things, looked into some things, did my research. And then finally decided that my Christianity and my belief in spiritual well-being is taking the high road on this stuff. And that's what I'm going to do. I mean, I look what Jesus did and what they did to him, and he didn't get all angry, except, ironically, when he dealt with the bankers. But even when one of his disciples wanted to draw a sword when the Romans came to arrest Jesus, he's like, no. And that's what we need to do. And that's what I'm going to do. And it's a very hard lesson to learn. I don't condone violence. I don't believe in it. I'm not saying that. But the anger and the attitude and the feeling, the negative feeling of revenge is just normal in us. And we have to pray and we have to get through it. Now I'm going to say this and I got to go. I went to K-Love's Xmas party, Christmas party in Elgin. They call it Chicago. Whatever. It's not Chicago. It's way out of Chicago. And there was some bands I saw. Jeremy Camp, Loving the Outcome, and Plum. Now, I can't say enough about Plum. Amazing, out of this world. What a talented lady. Wearing a beautiful holiday dress, dark green, forest green. Unbelievable. Jeremy Camp, I'm a fan of his. Awesome. But Loving the Outcome was there. And they have a great story, and I'm not going to share it, because maybe someday it'll get out there. But what a hypnotic, I can't even say how she sings. I don't know her first name, and I apologize. Unbelievable. Listen to their album. She was playing, and I said this to her on Twitter, she loves banging the drum. Like, I think it was a tom-tom. Just banging a crap out of it, like on 1 and 3, or 2 and 4. I don't know. I wasn't paying that close of attention, but plays a keyboard, sings like a bird, sings like an angel. Check it out. One of the songs that I like right now on that whole album is Ask. And that's how I'm going to leave this. And meek shall inherit the earth, and I'll get on to some other time. But all you need to do is ask. And I started listening to this song and the words and the message, and I'm like, that's all we need to do is ask. Get on your hands, get on your knees. Ask God, ask Jesus for your help and your guidance and grace, and things will turn out. Simple as that. Whether your bank's messing with you, you're having financial problems, whatever. That's all you need to do. But I'm taking the 30-day challenge with K-Love, and I actually cheated, and I switched, and then I went back, and I'm like, I can't listen to this crap, the hard rock and the commercialized stuff. And I went back to K-Love, and it's amazing how it changes my attitude and brings you closer to God, and that's what we need to do. So I'm going to let you go. Thanks for listening to me. God bless everyone, and I hope you enjoyed this quick show. So God bless everyone. Thank you for listening to me, and have a great day. And buy that Loving the Outcome album. You will not be disappointed. Every track is awesome. Thank you for listening to the original Red Pill Show.